Trumpington Allotment Society in Cambridge. Welcome to any of our members and anyone else who finds this video. It's a glorious day, end of January, sun is shining, but even better, the seed potatoes have arrived. So I've got these nets. I bought 4 nets, 2.5 kilos each of Scottish certified seed potatoes. These are the good ones. They're free of disease and they're good quality. Not ready for planting yet, we'll come to that. First things first though, safety consideration. Wear gloves. Why? Because these potatoes are covered in fungicide. That's something to reduce the chance of fungal disease spreading through the potatoes, because then you might lose the lot. So gloves, and then, you know, if you don't use gloves, make sure you wash your hands afterwards. You have to do that these days anyway, don't we, because of coronavirus, but we always had to do it because of the seed potatoes, you see. So there you go, comes to everyone in the end. So here we go. These ones are variety Premier. As you might expect from the name, it's a first early. This is our replacement for Lady Crystal, my favourite potato, but sadly there was a crop failure, so we couldn't get it this year. Anyway, let's see what Premier is like. Now, what are we going to do with the seed potatoes? Do not leave them in the net. Get them out as soon as possible. Why? Because we don't want them being damp, and we want to give them space to chit. That means that the little shoots developing. So the ideal place is somewhere that's cool, but won't get frosty, because that would damage them. It's light, because we don't want the shoots growing spindly and weak and taking energy out of the potato. We want them short and green, thick little shoots called the chits, and not too warm, because we don't want them to start off too early. These are going to go in the ground probably end of March or early April, so we want the chits to be developing then, but a slow start is fine. They've got their own internal clock, but you make that run faster if you give them a warm environment. So this outhouse is ideal. However, if you're like me, come, and I'm going to put my potatoes out in these black trays, which are reasonably clean and dry. Another popular alternative is egg boxes. These are actually ideal for chitting seed potatoes. We'll show you that in a moment. So let's get these Premier out of the bag. Keep the label, we'll use that later. And actually, you know what? These have got a little bit damp. So I wonder if they got a bit cold on the journey down from Scotland, which it was cold over the last week, and I just wonder if then some warmer air with a little more humidity got in, and that's condensed on the potatoes. There's a broken piece. Get rid of that. Just look to see if there's any that actually look unhealthy, diseased or broken. There you go, there's a green potato. That one, if you can see the green colour on there compared to the others, this one will have grown close to the surface. So it's got sunlight on it while it was growing at the end of last summer, and yeah, it's green. If this was an eating potato, well, you wouldn't eat it. But seed potatoes, that's going in the ground just like all the others, no problem. Egg boxes. The reason these are particularly good, well, for a start, they're cardboard absorbent, so they're going to take away any excess moisture that's there. But the thing with the seed potato, this is called the rose end, and there's lots of little chits just about starting there. You can see where they're going to grow, but at this end, there's no little chits. So this potato wants to go that way up. Goes that way up when it's chitting, and ideally that way up when it gets planted in the ground. It'll grow anyway, doesn't really matter too much, but this way up is slightly better. So into the egg box with the rose end upwards, and obviously you can get 6 in a box or 12 in a large box, so there's a good reason to save your egg boxes. And if you've got any left over, give them to your chicken keeping friends. Yeah, that's an over label. Last consideration, here's the very handy label with the variety name on. So I'll just put that in the tray, and then I've got space for another variety of potatoes to go there. 2 more, and I can have all my seed potatoes out by the end of the day, and they'll all be happy. I did say they're a little bit damp, and that's why it's especially pleasing that I've managed to get them out of the bags within hours of them being delivered, because that'll give them a chance to dry out and reduce the chance of any fungal disease spreading. So good luck with your potato season. Get them out of the bags, Put them somewhere cool, dry and light that will not get the frost, because frost will destroy them, and ship them slowly. Plant them March or April. Happy potatoes, happy days.